Emergency! Welcome to Tuesday night. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Meringolo. Just gotta get back in the swing of things over there. Let's see. Let's turn that guy off. Welcome back to Tuesday night, everybody. It's an awesome night in early April. The Caps are making a playoff push. Thank God it's Tuesday. I'm Ken Meringolo. He's Tim Strachan.
Hey, man, I'm back. It feels good to get back in the mix. I've been gone so long, I forgot to put my headphones on.
It was a mad scramble there.
And I'm doing my best Jack Dempsey impression with my squared off boot on my foot. But
That's true.
I missed you guys. I didn't want to do the board anymore. I wanted to be in front of it. So I'm glad to be back.
There we go.
That's Kevin Ricca.
And we missed you too, as well.
Oh, that's so nice.
We're really looking forward, though.
That might be the nicest thing you've said to me in a long time.
Thanks. And I appreciate you jumping in there. That slight
I have a feeling
pause
something
because
else
I
is
was
coming. Yeah.
No, just how Ken and I get to bop your head so you can super jock all the extra points and field goals.
This is true.
Well, when I saw the toe, I knew what had to be done. So did you.
Well, actually, if you hit me right in the thigh, I do get a spasm. And I think this is what we have to do in the green room when we're done with the show. And we might film it, and then we'll show you later.
How about I film it? Ken does the thigh punching, and you do the kicking.
All right, that works.
Actually,
works for me.
that doesn't really separate me from that. Anyways,
It's more of a thigh hipping. I would also say
it's just like in Ricky Bobby. You just right. It won't hurt.
super jock.
Super Jock.
Won't hurt.
I got it for Christmas when I was 7. It was awesome.
EO, Greg Martin, manner of speaking, Rhett Donnelly, Ken Harris, peace and love. If you see anything you like, if you hear anything you like, throw us a little thumbs up. It's an easy click away. If you haven't yet done so, please subscribe. We're just on our way towards our millionth subscriber, and we have a special prize for that person. So tell a friend. And tonight we'll be 1 week closer to the draft. And as it lays out on April 25th, we still have expertly what I think I love most about where we are. We've talked about almost every possible scenario, and we'll continue to do so. And the world writ large has no real idea at all what our guys are going to do, and I think it's amazing. They're linked to a different move almost every day, which is just great. Who?
Brian Kelly.
Who's Brian Kelly knows.
No, he's such a douche. I wish it was someone else that knew.
Damn it,
LSU
Brian.
coach.
Yeah, no, you think he knows? I don't think that was a real
one
thing.
that said Jay Daniels gonna be great for Washington.
We'll
He'll
see.
make plays.
He'll make
for
plays
Washington.
for Washington. He's just trying to get his player paid, which I totally support. I actually think that they could very well, if they were ever willing to trade back at all, like if they weren't married to getting a quarterback, which is totally possible, but if they weren't and they were going to trade back, then of course you would literally say nothing to nobody ever, including your wife or dog or anybody, and let everybody else start maybe bidding against themselves.
You know who I'm going to tell? Who's that douchebag coach down in Louisiana?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. The guy that faked the Cajun accent after he came from Notre Dame.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Let's tell him exactly what we're going to do.
He doesn't know.
Dork.
So I will ask either one of you, forgetting the quarterbacks for a moment, we're trading back. As of today, who's the team you think we're most likely to trade back with? If that's in fact what we do in the second round. Kev?
Well, you know I've been saying it forever.
Okay.
That's just to get to run the whole gamut of hope and solve 2 humongous questions with one fell swoop, which isn't happening. But in this time of year, it's fun to think Arizona is going to give us the 4, 7, and 35 at some fashion. Maybe it's the 4 and the 27 in some realm, just to back up 2 spots to acquire that 27th.
I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Of course.
It's a no freaking brainer. If we still want a quarterback, we still get one. If we want one of the top 5 players in the draft, we still get one. And we know we're not going to leave the first round without an offensive lineman at worst. And we still have those second round picks to jockey back up even heavier into that first round. But
second round picks.
Yeah, second round picks. That's right.
I'm just saying. I know
that's
everyone's.
where I am.
Yeah, I'm with you. And people are going to say the Vikings. I hope I'm not stealing it.
That's mine, but that's okay. Greg said it on the board. I think that's my flavor.
11
of the
and 23, and you know what? There ain't nothing wrong with 11 and 23. I just don't know that J.J. McCarthy is the last name I want to have on the back of the burgundy and gold jersey for the next 5 years.
I don't think he's available at number 11.
He very well may not be.
Yeah, I think he's gone by then. I think if you trade back to 11, that's Minnesota's pick.
Yep.
If you trade back to 11, you are saying I'm not getting one of the top 4 quarterbacks. You're saying I'll take a rider on Penix or
Stop it.
or Bo Nix or I don't know, or whoever. I mean, which again starts to feel a little bit desperate or feel a little bit like this ain't getting solved this year. Flavor, but
there's bone or Penix, and it's, somehow we're getting dicked. That's been happening to us for a long time.
Penix is sounding awfully nice to T right now.
It's not. It's not to me either.
It's Penix, everybody. Just for those who don't know.
Junior.
You started it.
Ken's weird. Like
I didn't start it.
Weird phrases.
Tonight I didn't.
Tonight you didn't. No. You got it stuck in my head though, on a forever basis. Wow. So if we have multiple quarterback options that aren't the top 4, we have to be getting a starting offensive lineman and probably with that other pick, maybe even another offensive lineman, if not a corner or whoever you want. I mean, he's going to start for us.
With what pick you saying again now?
That's whatever that second first round pick if we get from Arizona or Minnesota.
Got it. We need a biggin, and it's a run on biggins. And when Adam Peters doesn't jump on a left tackle, it says, I love the crop of tackle in this year's draft. It has to, right, guys? I mean, pretty big position to leave unattended to heading into the draft. It's
plenty of guys to go around.
What hand we're holding.
Yep.
We're missing the one that says LT on it, and the world knows it.
And I don't think that it would work out this way, but I mean, if they were to get, I think, how about this? Regardless of how it works out, between the 2 first round picks and 2 second round picks, I would probably expect of those 4 picks, I'd probably expect a decent chance 2 of them are linemen, offensive linemen, a starting left tackle and another, and maybe a starting center, maybe a starting guard. I don't know.
I truly believe we're drafting 2 linemen. I also truly believe this. I love talking about all this stuff, but I cannot imagine in the real world that this is exactly what our team is going to do. What we talk about for the last 2 months and for the next 3 weeks, I just have this overwhelming feeling that we're going to do something.
As long as we come up with every scenario, they'll do one of them.
I hope you're right. That's the point. No, but that's the point, right?
I think the one that no one's discussing is the drafting of Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, we talked about it a little last week. I think that's the one. That's the one that's like.
Who's going to throw it on Mariota?
I'm not. I understand. All I'm saying is something that
Driscoll
would be unexpected.
Is there a P for K with the new kickoff rules or no?
Close.
P for, I don't know anything about that, but
I meant so Mariota doesn't have to really because that right shoulder, it's old. It's an old shoulder.
Drafting the best player on the board is at least it's believable as a possibility.
Well, I will say this. People are worried about Arizona trading and why would they want to trade and blah, blah. Well, I spent yesterday looking at how enthralled the Cardinals are with neighbors from LSU. Obviously, it's lying season. We all know this. So maybe they're saying, I don't know if either of them will be there. Or maybe we want neighbors and not Harrison.
Sure.
Who knows? Who knows what everyone wants at this time of year?
Yeah.
But we know what they need. They need to pair someone up with that quarterback because they got him for 3 more years, whether they like it or not. You cannot cut bait with that contract. So you might as well surround him
and
with
you
talent.
can't trade it, right?
I don't know who wants him.
If you're quarterback needy and if you're quarterback needy, then both Drake May and Jaden Daniels are worth trading up for. And if you're interested in the best player available, then Marvin Harrison,
Drake May is.
Well, then Marvin Harrison Jr. is worth trading up for if you think he's the best player in the draft. So those 3 players are sitting there at number 2. Someone wants our pick. It's just a matter of are they willing to deal it? And I think they would take any of those deals we talked about. I mean, I think they would. It's just a matter of we just have to understand they might already know what quarterback they love and that we're getting no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, I've been mocking off like a madman lately, and it's every scenario. But those are the main ones that no matter how many times you touch it, that's just what happens.
You may go blind, dude. You gotta be careful.
You can go blind from that?
Yes. Mocking off too much.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You love it, though.
I know it was.
It's that and solar eclipses are the number 1 and number 2 reasons for why people go blind.
Well, after 14 whiskeys over the weekend, my vision got blurry. Do you think?
Yeah.
I get mine just better.
Be careful.
Speaking of number 2, second round picks hasn't been our forte for quite some time. And we thought tonight we'd have a little bit of a go. The last 16 second round picks in our lives as Commanders fans. A little bit of a March Madness inspired, although we didn't seed them 1 through 16. We did a Sunday select committee and matched up a couple different styles. So why don't we head over here first?
We're just jumping right into that.
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Let's just get fun.
We're not even going to talk about our second picks yet.
Well, let's talk about why we should package them up and move up into the first round.
Say.
Well,
why don't we get another?
Here we go.
Take Jaden Daniels at 2.
Hold
Take
on.
those 2. Get another lineman. So I read somewhere Olu Fushanu could possibly fall to the middle of the first.
Yeah, for sure.
Round. And if you could get Jaden Daniels,
Did you say for sure?
Olu
Did you say
Fushanu.
Olu for sure? Here you go. Here's your
Dude.
first
Are you
matchups.
serious?
Uh-oh.
Fred Smoot, second round pick in 2001. David Amerson, second round pick in 2013. Now that goes back a little bit of ways, but people have to remember we made a stock and trade of trading our second round stock on a regular basis. We got rid of it as fast as the league gave us second rounders. That's how fast we gave them away. So Fred Smoot, that's over 20 years ago, but
That's a young Fred.
yeah, he looks great. I thought that was the right picture.
I'm still bitter. I was never here when he was here
We'll change that up. He'll be back.
in person. Never here.
Not too much to say about David Amerson.
He's got to come back. Let's get him back.
It's the third most inebriated I've been in this basement.
Well, then we got to bring him back.
We're going to pick the best, Greg. So we're going to decide who our favorite, like whatever way you want to measure
Personal preference, right?
it. Yeah, whatever.
Your
Totally subjective. I think if we are honest here, I'm gonna start things off, and this guy's
Oh, God.
he's coming right here, right there with Fred. Kevin, where are you at?
Well, it's not even a question. Like, listen, David Amerson.
Yeah, like
whatever,
no
bro.
offense, but
you and I never
get him
got
over here.
down at the Merengolos. You know, I
you
never heard him talk about D mouth,
do a trifecta,
Demos,
dude.
the mouth
All right,
of the
everyone's
South.
going with. Where's T's vote? Oh, there you go, T. You need a vote. Let's get you a shower can. Where is he at?
Well, it's 2-1. I'm not sure how many more shower cans.
There he is. He was hiding behind Fred.
Oh, God.
Oh, Fred. But you know what? He's always got something up his sleeve. In this case, it was 3 shower kids.
You specifically put yourself behind Fred Smoot in the first graphic of the
Fred
evening.
just called. He needs a word with you.
He's not happy. All right. Fred Smoot advances. Let's get these guys off the screen. You bastards.
God.
All right.
You're just gonna leave the Kens the whole time.
No. The shower cans come down. Okay, next matchup is between big guys. Jarvis Jenkins and Fedarian Mathis, 2 defensive tackles drafted 11 years apart. Fedarian still playing. Jarvis Jenkins in the league for a hot second. I'm gonna
looks like a beast.
I'm gonna have to, it's hard to say Fedarian Mathis because
Well, no, I'm still
never seen
holding
him?
hope. So
Yeah, I am too.
Give me him. He's still got a potential to be very good
450?
here. Well, no, good here.
he can
Why
still
not?
grow. He's still growing.
Just because he got hurt.
Let's bring in this guy.
This is year 3 for a man who I've never said his name before, except from when we talk about drafts.
I'm going Jarvis Jenkins. I'm just doing it.
I'm going. Here's why.
I'm with you,
Jarvis
Fedarian.
has 76 tackles. Phil has eaten 76 churros.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I like churros.
I know, me too, but he's only eaten 76. It's shocking. He looks like he's had thousands.
All right.
This is a
Always remember I had your back.
for the board.
Fedarian.
NES, Greg, all you guys who are commenting on how insane it's going to get more insane and more sobering. So you guys are going to have to really start stepping up with the with your pores because this is about to get weird.
Well, this is what we've done to ourselves in this franchise in the second round since the millennium.
How about a little Sua Cravens and Trent Murphy? Now I listed Sua Cravens at linebacker. I think in many cases he was listed as a linebacker. Really don't know what he ever really actually was.
Weirdo that gave up and quit.
Then got reinstated. Did the crime, did the time,
and then quit again.
Well, some would say retire. Resigned. He resigned his position, but it was strange.
Okay, I'm gonna take Murphy because he was actually a badass.
Yeah.
While he was here.
Yeah, I don't even want to say the other guy's name all that much. But yeah, that's a.
Did Trent
do you even
Lee
remember
too?
that image? Like, Trent Murphy was a badass.
He had stuff going on, man. He football was not for him.
That's fine,
and that is fine.
And in this football conversation, we can say, I don't even remember that image.
No, that's good luck.
Okay, here's a couple of players.
I wish all these men good luck. This is fun to talk about them as terrible football players for our franchise.
How many images of them playing in games do you have?
Ooh,
Drafted both times in the same second round in 2008. That's when Vinny Serrato went to the draft, looked into his future and said, we're going all wide receivers in the second round. Because then
it's kind of like choosing which second cousin you kiss.
Well,
I mean, no one wants to do that.
I'll leave that to Kevin.
Oh, Jesus, from two men from huge families. I don't know if I appreciate this.
Who wants to do that?
All right, Kevin or T, who do you got?
Oh God!
This is kind of easy for me, to be fair.
I'm a Devin Thomas guy.
It has to be.
He played in the league for a while.
Malcolm Kelly never scored a touchdown for us.
I mean, he didn't get many reps.
Nice guy there, but Devin Thomas actually went ahead and played in the NFL.
I like number 11 better than 12. So
all right, so you get
Devin Thomas. Devin Thomas had
a better number.
Peek him down
more
here.
catches, yards, and touchdowns, and starts, and
I think of all
in the career
of all like the shitty players that we're talking about here. Not all of them are shitty, but the shitty ones that we are talking about. He was the one who I had the highest hope for because at Michigan State, when he got the ball, he ran like an animal. He was just a 6'2" guy on the outside, and I was like, that would be sweet. And it never freaking happened. Not even like once. Where he acted like he was a running back on the outside.
Games, man.
I understand, but I was hoping, and hope doesn't pay the bills in the NFL.
No, but when you get 3 diva receivers in one round, it's awesome to bring them into a franchise that's 100% dysfunctional and hope that something good happens.
Yeah,
because it never does.
How about who wore it better, Rocky McIntosh or Ryan Anderson?
This is clear cut. I don't even know if we have to worry about this much. And Ryan Anderson, tough man, nice guy.
Just what
going to the U?
I ran out of polite things.
What happened to him? I don't
Well,
even
he
remember.
petered out, they say. After 4 years here, I think he started 4 or 5 games for us. We did not bring him back. I think he stuck around on a team or two. I wrote it down somewhere. Where'd he go? There he is. He went for, I think the Giants. I wrote it down, I thought. But it was shocking to me because I liked Ryan Anderson in college. He was tough as shit.
He
didn't have the intangibles.
He was a 4-year guy, right? He was a 4-year
The Giants for a year and Pittsburgh for half a season, and now he's...
Didn't he do it? Wasn't he a 4-year college guy? So, I mean,
from the U.
He just may have peaked at the college level.
He started as a freshman and was a badass.
Like I said, it's a
Alabama.
different game, man.
True.
You know, sometimes it just and it's not.
Sorry, you were talking about Ryan, right?
Ryan.
I was talking about,
and by the way, he was undersized and never was a high twitch guy. He was just always, the toughest guy in the block, which is cool.
Rocky's actually flexing. Ryan's checking out.
Rocky's a good
jersey,
player.
so
Rocky was good for us.
I would definitely
good. I didn't say great.
Stick with Rocky.
But
We had just started. We had started our show at the end of 2015. So this Ryan Anderson draft in 2017, we were on the mics for. And when you draft a guy like Ryan Anderson, especially in the second round, you think to yourself, all right.
Didn't the Deceivers break into
Sweet Home Alabama?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Was that for Ryan Anderson?
We were at Caddy's.
Caddy's?
I was Jonathan Allen, I believe.
Because we did both.
Yeah. Was that our second round pick that year?
Yeah.
Same year? Yeah.
All right. We're all rocking it up.
Yeah.
Shout out
was
to the
clear.
Deceivers.
That was
Nice.
clear.
All right. Next matchup, we got, let's see here. All right. I like this one a little bit better. Liddell Betts, Darius Geis, two running
God.
How's
backs.
this a matchup?
Not even close.
I understand.
This
It's not
is
even
a
close.
16 versus a 1.
Liddell Betts all day, right?
Yeah.
It's not even.
Yes.
I mean,
He Yes.
Come on, man. This dude plays for the Vegas Nighthawks.
He's great.
Geist?
Oh, Desickist? What is it? Whatever his thing is?
Juicy on the sweatpants.
Oh.
Remember Ken
He
wore those
actually might be
sweatpants all over?
He actually might be a very good football player. He just was a bad human being.
crazy.
Had to go away.
He made a mistake.
So the Nighthawks might,
We were live from this
gain
very
from
basement
his
in the
services,
second round on that Friday night or whatever that was when they drafted Darius Geis, and he fell to us.
Because Bruce Allen put it out there that he had like
Yes,
some type of
he murdered
toenail
10
herpes.
people. Yeah,
And also,
yeah.
well,
And we were like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get Darius Geis.
I heard that's going.
We got
around.
him.
I hear that's going around. By the way,
Liddell, welcome to the team, son. All right, here we go. So these guys are off. Okay, how about this? Uninspired. You want to be uninspired? I give you Taylor Jacobs and Sleepy.
holy shit, that's the worst picture
Fred
of a
Davis.
pro football receiver I've ever seen in my life.
He looks
That's-
huge.
That's
He's
not
not.
Taylor Jacobs.
oh, I'm going Fred Davis all day. Are you
Fred
kidding?
Davis.
It's not
And then we're gonna hang out afterwards, and then we're gonna.
He's gonna give me fun stuff.
You think so? You don't think that's an actual picture of Taylor Jacobs?
I don't. I believe someone messed up. He was a
Tops.
tiny guy.
He was.
and
he looks
wore
huge
his,
there.
And he wore his jersey very well kept, like a route runner, not like
Yeah.
a old school tight
I'd love
end.
if Tops got that wrong.
I think they did. I think that might
All right,
even
we
be.
gotta fire
Is
the
that
in-
Fred
gotta
Davis
fire
wearing,
the intern.
wearing the wrong jersey?
He did wear 86. So we're all going Taylor. I think that this, of the
No,
Malcolm
Fred.
Kelly,
I went
Devin.
Fred.
Yeah.
Is that Taylor Jacobs of like the Gators? Like Florida
Yes,
Gators?
it's not him.
That's not him.
So it's supposed to be him. It says it's him, but that is not a picture of him. That does not look like him.
He was
He
so
had
bad.
narrow
he
shoulders.
was so bad. We don't have a picture of him. So
Someone thought that was him.
Tops did.
Fred
The
Davis.
people at Tops.
Let's move on.
All right. We have two more matchups,
Somebody
and
wake
they're both
Fred
a
up.
little
He's got
bit
a
better.
meeting. He's got a meeting coming up. Wake him up.
Preston Smith.
Two more. You sure?
Is this the last one?
I think so.
Yeah, it's the last one. Sam Cosme and Preston Smith. I thought
Actually, kind of tough.
Yeah.
Kind of tough.
two good players. I think the interesting thing for me, probably what it will Preston Smith was good. He did what he had to do.
Didn't he go become an Eagle?
He went and became a Packer. And
Packer.
he's still playing. This is Sam Cosme's year. If Sam Cosme has a good, healthy 15, 16 game season for us this year, he walks his way into a second contract and he starts becoming like, a real one of us guy. Like he could play his way into that this year.
He could be the first second round pick to win some type of postseason award in the National Football League for our franchise since
Smoot.
John Jansen.
Johnny J.
1999 second
Smoot
round
never
draft
won
choice.
an award.
No. Not since the millennial has our second round pick garnered any personal achievement.
Are we going
sorry.
with Preston?
I'm
or-
going with Sam Cosme because
Yeah,
he
I
did
think we all
not
are.
because he's not a Packer.
I am.
I'm going with Sam Cosme. Ooh, don't you do that. Shower Ken. Where you at?
By the way, when Shower Ken gets voted out 2-1, how does Shower Ken still exist?
Wait, who went to one?
Well, I thought you and I have outvoted unless you
Cosby.
did you flip T? Did you vote for Shower Ken?
There's
Oh
T.
God.
The T gets an extra vote. He swings it.
Jesus, don't let Megan see this.
Let's get this.
Megan took the picture. That's the
No,
their
Kevin,
part.
you all did, and unfortunately, it's not a
Through
good story.
rose-colored lens, T.
It's the best picture. It's literally the best picture of me, so that's why I save it. All right, let's get
Isn't
these
that
guys
the first time you met Megan? Just like that.
at the Motel 6 in Canton, Ohio.
And she just
Yes,
she
it is.
just
Well, it wasn't at a
was
bathhouse
over.
at the Coliseum.
it was over when she saw it. She was just like, "Yes, he's mine."
Hey, some people settle.
See that
we
Mr.
call
Fuji
that
powder.
some people you take a good offer when you see it. All right, so without going through the other, let's do a quick consensus on some of these winning guys. So let's match up. Let's forget about. To me, Sam Cosme, if he wins that matchup, and Fred Smoot wins the first matchup, I think it's down to those two in terms of our.
Without a doubt.
In terms of our thing.
Maybe bets.
Bets.
You put bets in there?
Yes.
Bets is in the
Okay.
conversation.
I mean, I'm putting Fred Smoot above Betts.
How?
Because
He played corner at a high level, and he's been.
He never got any accolades.
He's
not
been in my-
one.
and he's been in my
He didn't even
basement.
get I know, I get it. Liddell Betts, 776 carries for 3,176 yards and 13 touchdowns.
Yep.
Receiving, 1,500 yards receiving, 165 receptions, and 3 more touchdowns.
And a special teams
He was a
touchdown.
good player, man.
I believe
He was a good
in a
player.
big moment.
Very good player.
And by the way, I love Smoot, and I hung out down here. I said,
Yep.
top 3 most inebriated I've ever been in this house. Thank you.
In this
Thank you,
house.
Doctor. Well, backyard, basement.
It's true.
So
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of times to choose from.
Freddie
but
or Sammy or the Betts.
I think Kevin's convinced me with the stats.
Liddell. All right. I mean, Liddell. I'm
Fred
I don't
left
mean it,
for a
Fred,
while.
But yeah,
He went on a boat
you've
trip
always
to
come when I'm
Minnesota.
not here, dude. So
Right.
I mean, if you,
Right.
I don't know.
It's up to him
You come again, I'm going to
to
change
get
my mind.
serious
I
about winning
think
your
Fred
vote.
would give the tip of the cap to Liddell. Nah, probably not.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
No, he's going to be pissed.
Well, the question wasn't who do you want to hang out with right now the most. It was
That's right.
Who was the most productive second
the
round
most.
pick?
The mouth of the
So
South.
he was the second most
He was supposed to
productive
be here
good.
last week
second round pick
or the week before.
in the history of our franchise. So
He called and he
that's
was like,
pretty good.
"Hey, is he going to be out anytime soon?" And I was like, "Well, he's
I know.
He's
I'm
going to be out
starting
for
think
2 weeks."
That's what I mean. I even tried to trace him down at CJ's wedding.
You got to start telling
Very
us the wrong
elusive.
day.
He was very elusive.
You got to start putting some misinformation out there. Some head fakes, little here twos and what have yous.
Case of Basil Hayden.
Case of Basil Hayden.
I thought he was the one that likes the honey.
He likes
Honey
Gentleman
Jack.
Jack and he likes
Honey
Basil
Jack.
Hayden. I also think
Pass me the man in the T-shirt.
Pass me the man in the t-shirt.
The honey jack is delicious. But
How
it
about
gives
this,
you a
guys?
Wicked headache.
How about this?
sugar.
Here's before I tell you what, I'm setting you guys up for a conversation of conspiracy central. All right, so it's also the season of stories, great and great, big, small, whatever, and none of them are true, but some of them are fun. Just because something isn't true doesn't mean it can't be fun. And right now, the funnest one out there is that Josh Allen wants or has demanded a trade, and that there's any universe in which that's even possible. The Washington Commanders.
What's going on in Buffalo?
Well, hold on. The Washington Commanders still have the most money of anyone in the league, even after adding the most amount of players of anyone in the league. We have 56 million or
Don't have
whatever.
a lot to go.
We've signed 20 guys. I mean, at some point, you're gonna have to get the rest of it in a gift card, like Wheel of Fortune style. I mean, I don't know how we can spend it all, unless you do a move like trade for Josh Allen. Now, I'm not here to tell you what it is that I would want. Although I do want Josh Allen, I would trade for Josh Allen. But this is the conspiracy
Heartbeat.
story du jour. Josh Allen demands a trade. Washington Redskins Commanders football team have more money than anyone and on a going forward basis as well. And tons of picks.
And 0 quarterback.
And zero. In a world where you have no quarterbacks, would you trade for Josh Allen?
None. In fact, our quarterback's wearing the number 0 for the first time in NFL history.
Not only do we have no quarterbacks,
Why, Dick? Why? I'll be wearing 0.
so for a lot of reasons, Josh Allen to the Commanders makes a lot of sense. He plays quarterback.
Yes.
We need a quarterback. We have tons of money.
Yes.
He costs tons of
He
money.
costs tons of money. It all matches up perfectly.
I texted it to you.
It's like a
I
puzzle.
know. But to be honest with you, it's not bad.
It's not bad. The next 4 years.
It's not bad.
31 mil this year. 24, 31 mil. Not bad. Fine.
Then what?
It doubles.
Yep.
We're at 61 million
In 3 years.
next year.
Next year, 61.
2025.
That's a restructure.
Has got a 61 handle. Well, it better be restructured, but where's the structure at when the following year's 57?
We have nobody under contract 5 years from now. He'll be the only one, and he'll take up all the space that year.
2 years at 120 mil.
Well, you know what? That is the cost of poker, and you have to ask yourself: is he
then
the guy?
Poker means
I mean, you
hardly know her.
hardly know her. Just met her. Josh Allen has to be in the conversation of guys you'd be willing to pay market value to.
Love Josh Allen. I love him.
Okay.
He's an extremely flawed quarterback.
Oh, yes. Oh, God, yes. And I think it's like you know exactly what it is. I mean,
but flawed in the right ways.
Yes.
Well,
flawed enough to
love
get you to the
his
championship
flaws.
game.
Flawed enough to throw a horrible interception when your whole family's over in the NFC freaking playoff. Just saying. His game, you have got to be a patient. He throws more bad picks than anyone. He's got the ball in his hand more than anyone, does more good for your team than almost anyone. It's one of those guys that he's his own like dynamic, like within the framework of the team, Josh Allen plays this certain style.
Yeah.
This backyard, flip it around. I'll throw it from any angle to anyone at any time. I don't care. I'm crazy. I don't know about all that. I like to tone it down a little bit. In my older age, I like my quarterbacks not chucking it to the team in the other uniform.
I don't think a rookie chucks it less.
And I love him.
Like a rookie quarterback over the next 2 or 3 years, who throws more picks, that rookie or Josh Allen?
But I will say this, as the charts will show, like eventually you stop.
Yes.
And Josh Allen is he's like the yodeler on freaking Price is Right. He just keeps on heading up to the top of the freaking Alps. And by the way, on the journey, he makes like 3 of the best plays you've ever witnessed. And I love him for it. And he's tough as shit. And I love all the things about him.
So if you had to make a decision,
for somebody else,
you're saying no.
At the price tag, I can't do it.
Okay, yes or no?
That's very
of a completely hypothetical, fictional scenario.
Yes, yes, I would love that. He's the type of quarterback I've always wanted.
I'm a yes on it as well.
Then who else do you have?
interceptions.
You can't get all those other players for your football team.
Well, we've already signed 20. We've signed more players than anyone in the league.
For 1 year. Then next year, we can't sign 8 of those guys in their contract.
8 of those guys were never coming back.
It's
Make
true.
it a longer term contract with
they've already
cash.
The problem is this contract has already been. This is the longer portion of the contract.
Yeah, this is the restructure
it's not
time.
kicking in. This is the meat of the. I know, but 61 million.
So it's insane.
How many touchdowns do you need to throw to quantify? A championship quantifies it. No problem.
55.
I know, just no bad picks.
No bad. He's going to throw bad picks, and I know,
guys.
He's going to throw the bad picks.
That $61 million ACL season is just looming. Do you know who we are?
I'm doing it though. We want a franchise quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback.
You're goddamn right. He's a franchise quarterback. He's a bad son of a bitch. He is. I love him.
I'm getting a franchise quarterback on my team if I'm given that opportunity.
But I'd like a franchise quarterback that didn't all of a sudden do something that makes you go, what?
Because if you have that in the works, if you have that in the works before the draft, then you take Marvin Harris.
Well, it also factors into Buffalo trading us, trading up, trading with us. Some form of trade with Buffalo could, in the draft occur because they're going to want a quarterback if they're trading Josh Allen, and we sit number 2. So that there's plenty of ways to make this, to talk ourselves into this being a possibility. Buffalo obviously would be insane to trade away a legit franchise.
It's too
guy.
late now.
Yeah,
they just got rid of Steph Diggs.
Except we can't. I know. But I mean,
that makes no sense for them. But
they can just light it on fire for a year.
I guess
there's something going on up there.
Yeah,
it's not. It's
not
good.
It's Josh Allen's cap number mixed with something else going on up there.
I always thought the riff was between Allen and Diggs for some reason.
Maybe it is. Who knows? And by the way, those quarterback receiver things, they exist. It doesn't mean it's always a riff. It means that maybe they get along 3 months in a row and then fight for a week after some shit. And we hear about the fight, and they get along for another 3 months. And now we're like, oh, they fight. That's what football is. That's what receivers and quarterbacks do. Mm-hmm. We know that. That's a big part of it. But, dude, Josh Allen. How about this? This year, what do we have? $90 million, and it was the most in the NFL in salary cap space, correct?
And we still have 56.
Right, but we had 94, I think, 94.5, and we had the most in the NFL.
And we added to it,
Homeboy, in a year and a half, cost 61.
Yeah. I know, but
for a team in a rebuild,
a franchise quarterback is worth whatever you have to pay to have a franchise quarterback market-wise, you pay the market value. If you have that guy.
If your franchise isn't in...
He is a franchise quarterback.
I know, but he might not be the right one.
That's fair.
I
would take him
in a rebuild like this. Like if the rebuild had little nuts, that's a big, huge boot that just stomps them out. Saying? You can't miss on any other signings.
Did the board take
you
him?
Can't miss.
Bills fans will burn the stadium,
and they should because he's a badass. But I don't think he's the right guy for.
Would we get all Buffalo fans? Would a bunch of Buffalo fans come over and start rooting for us? That'd be a merging of two great. That'd be a Game of Thrones style merging of two houses. Buffalo and Washington.
I
Two
love
great
I
fan
love,
bases.
they are. We are, and they are as well.
So I don't know. I don't. Obviously,
That's the nightmare. That's the nightmare. The ACL or the bad play, and next thing you know, we're stuck.
Marcus Mariota.
No, stuck. He's a big zero. He's a fucking zero.
I want him.
He's a great guy, and he had a good career, but he is way
Josh
too far
Allen?
into it. No, Mariota.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about.
He was
Josh
good.
Allen.
He's a good football player. He's an experienced backup. He's a good guy to have. A nice guy to have a hot dog with. For Christ's sake.
So then you definitely still draft Bo Nix in the second round or whatever.
No, don't draw those two things anywhere near each other. The non-wanting the $61 million quarterback that cost 57 the year after.
I'm taking Josh Allen. Obviously, I in my heart, I know if you trade for a guy making $61 million,
I would have a hard time saying
you're
no.
extending the crap out of that deal.
Oh, guys.
It ain't happening.
Do you know how many good football players we need? Do you know how many that eliminates? Then the ones we do sign, do you know how crucial it is that they are nothing but hits?
I understand, but everything is done in the search for a franchise quarterback.
Ken did not lay this out as a reasonable hypothetical. He said as a pipe dream hypothetical.
No, I don't think it's happening at all. But I'm just saying, if you had to make a decision on it,
financially have to count, right?
And we obviously have that. We have the room. We have the space for it. Not every team does.
We would have to get rid of somebody right now to sign him today. We would have to get rid of someone to clear up space to sign any of the people we're going to need to clean up after the draft.
I would
to sign that
trade
guy.
for Josh Allen. I'm convinced that they would extend him. They would change the contract because we're committing to him long term.
I'm almost certain we have somebody on the team that can kick the ball into the 20-yard line.
Wait a second, that could be you. You're Dempsey.
Oh my God! But no, they can't hire me. That's way too much.
It's true.
Especially after Josh Allen and shit.
Especially with your
although the money that Wendy's is sending us tonight for your dreamsicle costume is going to offset a portion of the cost.
I'll put on a dreamsicle costume to get Josh Allen. I would.
I know. And I got one last night. It's a little overrated.
All right.
The Wendy's, the dreamsicle frosty.
Really?
I thought it'd be great.
Disappointing, huh?
It's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
you're not going to be dazzled. It's exactly what you think it is, just not as amazing.
I could make a better one at home.
I believe it.
We got one more. So next week is the 16th, and then we have one more show after. So we have two shows until the first round of the draft, which is the night would be Thursday the 25th, and then Wednesday the 24th we'll be live doing a really top-notch high school lacrosse game, WCAC down at Gonzaga. Gonzaga and Landon, and then we got the draft. Now I know you're going to be out of town.
I will be in Florida
Thursday and
Where
Friday.
Is the draft
again?
The draft is in Vegas, I think,
wedding.
right?
Nice.
I'm not making vacations.
Well, that's nice. Well, still.
St. Augustine's, man. No,
He put the proper paperwork in. So we'll have to figure out if we want to get together, if you're going to be around to do a little draft talk.
I'm around.
People want to hang out. I would love to do it. I mean, I love watching the draft. So we'll talk about that. I'm giving Greg a little bit of time. Greg, hit us with the 7 lightning round hitter. The three of us are going to do off the top of our head answers, and you guys are going to vote on who gave you the best combination of whatever it is he's going to ask us.
I think there should be an asterisk.
But what are we going to do next week?
To my win last week, since I got to pick first on every single one.
Oh, there's an asterisk for sure.
Okay.
Well, I will say this though: you won by such a clear portion that I don't think it was a one answer thing that you won by. It was a landslide. I didn't compete last week. Ken gave you a run for your money, but I think it was clear that you won, and Ken finished second. It was a distant third.
And WBNR lives forever.
I think I really closed it with the Boner Fest.
On WBNR.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Put it up on the screen. I don't like the red font. We're going to change that. You're stuck on a desert island. You'll eventually be rescued, but you don't know when. But it will definitely be several years. All right, question 1.
Ken, you're first, right?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right, I'll go second.
All right, there's basic resources to survive, like water, naturally occurring food, and shelter. You don't have to worry about that. No outside communication. And then everyone on the board decides which of the 3 islands you'd want to be stuck on. So the question is, which one of our islands would you want to be stuck on? Question 1 coming. Okay, everyone, get in your gear, get your island ready.
Oh, God damn. I haven't had to get an island ready in forever.
Kevin's keeping track. These islands are...
Jesus, Red, put your pants on, man.
We've talked about this. Question 1 on the way. We need some questions. How about if I just...
Pre-packaged.
Oh, like a little master. I like it.
There's an abandoned food factory on your island that has an endless supply of one prepackaged food item.
One prepackaged food item, and I get to first pick.
Well, okay. So, what is a packaged food item?
It's prepackaged. It's a prepackaged.
Your legalese is just ridiculous. There's a package on it that you didn't put on it. Someone put it on there
someone
previously.
put it on it.
And then you can eat some shit out of there.
You open it up and you're getting some food in your belly.
Okay.
And it's an abandoned food factory. Oh, what a great... So you can't cook it. You eat it coming out of the package. Whatever that package is, you're eating it. Dang. Got to think fast.
I have one answer, but it's not a great one.
I have terrible answers just coming out of the top
This
of
one
my
happened
head.
to me last week. I got completely skewered. I got exposed. I was fraudulent.
I'm trying to be too smart, and I shouldn't. I should just say Fritos and be done with it. Fritos. We're eating
Chips
Fritos.
count?
Yeah.
You're goddamn right, because mine is Doritos.
There you go. Okay,
and
we're
I
on
was
the same-
instantly.
we're on the same
instantly
wavelength. I was
Doritos
between the
first
two.
thing. Well, I
I'll
mean,
give that to you.
I always want to eat Doritos.
100%.
And they're prepackaged, so
But
I'm a nacho
kind-
cheese
what's
1A,
kind of
Cool
Doritos?
Ranch.
It's a lot of
1B.
Fritos.
I'd be
too
Cool
much salt.
Ranch. I'd be Cool Ranch.
All right, so nacho cheese Doritos is my specific.
Doritos are gone.
Fritos and Doritos are gone.
Fritos are gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Cheetos are great, but
Oh God, I'm gonna eat so many Doritos at this freaking
between
island.
Cheetos and Doritos, that orange cheese, yeah, it does not come out. Once you put it in, it like there's a place in your body where it
Sure.
goes.
Well, I mean,
And I'm storing it. And my shirt is orange.
I'm going Pop-Tarts.
All right, I respect that. Pop-Tarts it is. Fritos, Doritos, and Pop-Tarts.
I wanted to go Twinkie just because of the fact that they will never go bad. Ever.
but they might get bad. Although, no, Pop-Tarts has the crust.
They have the most shelf life of any
I know,
food
I know,
ever
but
created.
it's like a pregnant sponge.
It's so good. It's so good. You have it with coffee? Oh my God.
Oh God,
So good.
do you ever take a solid
So
dump?
good.
Reese's.
You eat
All
Twinkies
time.
with coffee?
No,
my
not-
colon would fly out of
often.
my sphincter.
I haven't had a Twinkie with coffee in over
Holy
2
shit!
years.
I don't
but
think
it
I'm.
is actually
I don't
very
think
delicious.
I'm capable of it.
It's
Here we go.
delicious. It's delicious.
There's an abandoned distillery / brewery / winery that has an unlimited supply of one alcoholic beverage. Which is it? This time you go first.
All right, so it's a beautiful island.
Yeah, it's a beautiful island.
And to keep with the island theme, I'm going with a rum.
Okay.
He's going rum.
Rum. I guess. I mean, you want to.
Well, I mean-
what's your favorite brand of rum?
Just
Just say what rum it is. No one else can take rum, but you get the factory is only making one kind.
It's the Strachan Rum Factory at this point.
That's true.
Yeah.
yeah, I like. I mean,
You don't care. Just the
spice
bottle,
rum,
the
spice
jug
rum,
with 3
spice
X's
rum.
on it.
Captain.
All right. I mean, I'm obviously going
Parrot
Irish
Bay.
whiskey, Redbreast,
Parrot Bay would be perfect for an island.
and you can have any other. You can have other Irish whiskey if you wanted. I mean, I'm going with the Redbreast
I
distillery.
don't. I'm trying to skip this shitty crap ad here. Who does ads for dick nuts anyways? No one's buying them.
Well, it's what's for dinner.
All right. So you did Irish whiskey for Ken,
Redbreast.
red breast. Oh. All right. Listen, I'm not even gonna tag it. I'm going with the most versatile and my all-time favorite. I'm going with some vodka.
Vodka. Do you have a favorite kind?
I don't.
Potato, rice.
Recently, right now, I'm drinking Kettle One, so I'm
Yes,
gonna
you
go
are.
Kettle One. And
Better believe it.
Kettle One vodka is
Kettle
what I'm
One
bringing.
neat is
It's
really
special.
good.
It really is.
Very, very good.
It really is. I agree.
All right, let's put this. There it is. It's almost like Masters music. Can you hear us over this music out there? I'm
okay.
guessing you. I'm
Guess
guessing.
Ken doesn't listen.
You have the ability to listen
Shocker.
to one album, but you can't skip songs, and it's not a greatest hits.
This time you go first. You go second. I go third.
Well, Sublime 40 Ounce to Freedom has
great.
been selected. I have taken Sublime 40 Ounce to Freedom.
One album, any album you want.
But he says it can't have greatest hits.
Yeah, you can't take a greatest
you can't
hits
take
album,
a greatest
just a
hits
regular
album.
album.
Like the album itself could have greatest hits on
Like,
it. But
Sublime's got 4 albums. They also have a greatest hits album. That's their 5th. You can't take the greatest hits.
You can't take a greatest hits album.
But you can take any of those other joints before they compiled the greatest hits.
Cracked Rear View.
Alanis Morissette.
Hootie the Blowfish.
Hootie.
Did you say Alanis Morissette?
Yeah. It's a hit play and sit back.
That's a 1A to a 1B, but we'll talk about it after Ken picks.
Sublime's a great pick. I'm gonna have to go with. I mean, there's two for me, but I will take just one of them.
There's 100 for all of us.
I'm gonna take "Doggy Style" by Snoop Dogg. I just love so many songs.
Somebody clip that, please.
Rolling down the
Somebody
street,
please clip that.
eating Fritos,
And
sipping on.
reuse it as much as you'd like.
What is it? What's your favorite Irish?
Sipping on red breast Irish. Laid back.
With the single pot on my mind and there we go. All right. Doggy Style. Didn't see that one coming.
My
fine. I wanted something fun.
close second was Counting Crows. That's a great.
Well, because you hit play, you can chill the hell out.
August and everything after.
Yeah.
All these are like to your point. Could have been anything.
Do you care if I read the questions? I like reading them. It's
Go
exciting.
ahead, read them. We got number 4.
I know it is.
That's
number
why
4 is
There's like
out.
3 great ones and then 5 like, but they're also
great
great.
songs.
They are. I agree. All right, here we go. You have the ability to watch one TV series and it plays on a constant loop from first episode to the last. What TV series?
Is that
I'm
comes
last
back to
on this
me?
one.
All right, so I'm back to being first. I mean, that's easy. Number 1 show of all time, Game of Thrones. Done. Game of Thrones. We're watching Game of Thrones. We're drinking Redbreast, and we have Doggy Style on lightly in the background. Yeah.
I'll say the most successful sitcom ever, Seinfeld.
All right, that's not a terrible time on a desert island. I think some people picked that. You're playing to Greg's strengths here. Greg wanted me to pick Pearl Jam so bad. I would have. He had appetite for
Not
destruction.
relaxing enough.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
Well,
That's how I feel about Snoop.
Yeah.
so while I'm munching on Doritos and sipping on my Ketel One, I'm going to watch the Chappelle Show over and over again until I can no longer watch it.
Awesome, but just there's not enough seasons.
There's enough you can find in the background.
Sneaky amount of seasons.
Honestly,
The
in the
robot guy?
background,
Yeah, he's the best.
He's the best, the robot guy.
I've actually done that from time to time. It's great.
Ken Harris says the senior center on the island will be playing Rubber Soul by the Beatles. Also a very, very good album. I can appreciate that.
Greg Martin, we don't deal with Grey Goose around here, sir.
No, Grey Goose.
Peace off.
Grey Goose vodka.
I know. I've tried.
It's good. I like it.
I dislike the flavor.
That's
when I
Mike
drink it
Loxley's
neat-
pick of.
Everyone picks Grey Goose, but it was because they did a great marketing gig 25 years ago, 35 years ago. Ketel One over Grey Goose all day, every day to me. You take the both
I don't
of them,
disagree
and I
with
give you
that,
the
but
blindfold
I like
test.
I like
it's
Grey
not
Goose.
even close to me. I know people do love it. I'm just saying.
It's question number 5, I believe.
Yeah.
He's giving us 6 first. Sorry, this one's 6. Come back to 5. That's obviously the way you
I
do
get to read it?
Yeah, you're the reader.
Thanks.
You're like the lector.
The ability to watch. Okay, choose. The ability to watch every Commanders regular season football game, no playoffs, or other teams' regular season games. Or all the playoff games in Super Bowl, but no regular season games.
No playoffs or other teams. So you only get to
Playoffs
watch
and Super Bowl.
17 games, all of which feature the Commanders, or only playoff and Super Bowl, but no regular season games. So everyone gets
Playoff
to
and
pick.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, you can pick whatever you want here. Everyone gets to pick
That's
what they
easy.
want.
Playoff and Super Bowl.
I'm going to watch every Commanders game, every regular season Commanders game. That's my team. That's what I'm watching. Football season is football season.
I like to watch the ones that count.
I do too, but I'm choosing every Commanders game because that's what I do. I'm just thinking, what do you do more? Like what? I don't want to. If I miss an NFL game that isn't the Commanders, I'm not devastated. But if I miss a Commanders regular season game, I'm devastated. So I'm going with the Commanders.
Commanders, sell out.
Playoffs.
I have to watch better football.
The NFL playoffs are amazing. That wasn't an easy
We're
answer.
about to have Josh Allen a quarterback. It's going to be a show. You're not going to want to miss that.
And popcorn's
You
going to
guys
cost
have already seen it. Why would you want to see
$47.
that over and
All right, we go
over
back to question
and
5.
over and over?
I like this one. Go ahead. What do you got?
Somehow, you can still get the newest issue of a magazine delivered once a month. Which magazine?
All right, so you're first on this one. And then you're next. Oh, no, that's right. I'm next. We always go in a circular riding the bull. Any magazine you want.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, guys.
Once a month.
I'm going Playboy.
He reads it for the articles.
No, but I'm not going with quadruple X plumpers and big women, am I?
Well,
Horse and Hound.
remember what we say. You can't take our answers before we say them.
I guess I get Penthouse.
Jeez, T. That's really upping it
First
a
of all, I
notch.
didn't go yet,
Sorry.
but I'll give you Penthouse.
Playboy has the football edition.
Those are the only 2 magazines I'm like that I even know. Like, what other magazines are there?
But I mean, it's
TV
classier.
Guide?
I'd rather have Penthouse. I mean, I'm all by myself.
You are by yourself.
Why not get the worst?
Well, actually, you're not by yourself.
No.
Everyone on the board is
Not-
picking.
yes.
Some of these people are coming to your island. I don't know if they're going to come if they know you're just going to be holed
It'll
up
be
with
a
some
secluded
penthouses
part
and
of
some,
the island. With
and some
that-
Pop-Tarts.
You know what?
Some
Probably
Pop-Tarts
just-
and
The
penthouse
magazine
magazines.
stand will be on a secluded
out.
part of the island.
And let's be fair. No one's going to be intimidated going to an island with T the Boneless.
Tea the
With
boneless.
just a couple of porno mags.
Just absolutely crushing case
sounds
after case of
awesome.
Pop-Tarts with just letters to Penthouse all over the place.
seriously.
I'm out. I'm swimming as far as I can swim.
You know what you're doing? You're
baiting.
filibustering
I am
because you don't have a
filibustering.
goddamn
You're baiting.
magazine.
I don't.
You're baiting.
And they just, I mean, Sports Illustrated would have been a great one, but it's over. It doesn't exist anymore. There is no Sports Illustrated.
I was going to say it too, but it doesn't.
There's no magazines anywhere. Come on, seriously.
No.
I know, but I mean, there's, so then fine, I'll be the
Last time you
nerd.
looked at a magazine.
The Economist. So that's going to appeal to somebody on the board. I know it's a monthly magazine and it's really good, but
Top heavy, I almost said highlights. We still get it. My mom gets it for my kids. We get it. 2 copies come once a
damn
month.
it. I wish you would have said it before I said The Economist because I really missed it out. I'm like 89% on the mazes in the
I
last
almost
4
said
years.
highlights.
First try through the maze almost every time.
Economist.
Goofus and Gallant. I mean, forget about it. The Swifties, forget about it. Which one of these things is images is different? Old school.
And Nat Geo was also in my
Yep.
wheelhouse, but I didn't want anyone to think I was just getting it for
Well, it has
the
boobs.
ladies with the long necks and the long boobs.
Yeah.
Because they had both. Those necks were so long with the boobs.
And great maps. Okay, here we go. Number 7's out there.
Why the long boobs?
Why the long boobs? All right. Wait.
She's an eager female. All right, let me read it out properly.
Yeah, this sounds creepy, but I'll allow it.
This one's going to be creepy. Choose an eager female
I got it.
you've never met or
got it.
spoken to that is also stranded with you.
Okay.
I think I'm first this time?
No.
Or I'm second?
I'm
I just
I'm
went
first.
No, I just went first. Sorry, I'm
yeah,
last.
so I'm first this time and you're second. And so I'll tell you what, I think that just gonna throw that out there. Just a little team mom on the screen for this question.
Nice.
She made it back.
You said she's eager, so that tells me, and it's someone I've never met or spoken to, so I can't pick Megan, which of course I would, obviously. So it's gonna. I mean, Sydney Sweeney is just at the top of the list in terms of eagerness. Let's go, Sydney.
Sid
Eager Sid.
Sweeney. T.
Amy Smart.
Amy Smart.
You guys know I'm going to keep it real here. I always have. I mean, she's.
Are you going like Ruth Bader Ginsburg or something like that?
Listen. You can let that judge dude sit on your face.
Judge Judy?
And
Sorry,
preside.
Judge Judy. I meant Judge Judy.
I said Judge Dude, not Judge Judy. Now I'm going Selma Hayek
Oh.
because I always go Selma Hayek.
That's your go-to.
Yeah,
Well,
we both.
If someone's
going
to ask me a question, I'm going to give an answer. And
You know what we should have done? Oh, Derek. At her prime.
Dude.
Taking Selma Hayek all day, every day.
Selma is still getting it done. I saw a great clip of her today. It came up on my feed with on Conan O'Brien years and years ago when he was on NBC and he looked young as shit. And she gave this whole thing about how much she loved Irish dudes. And
Selma?
Yes. And like him and her like going back and forth. It was amazing. And that was at least 30 years ago. And I looked at her and I was like, that could have been yesterday.
Wait till you see how I upgrade my Irish accent moving forward.
Redheads and Irish accent.
What the
You want Selma. All right, bonus question. Got to name the island. That's always the last one. All right, got to name the island. And T, you are first, you are second, and I am last.
I'm first?
Yeah, because I just was first. So you're first now.
Oh, man.
Name of your island.
I didn't know. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's fair if Kevin reads back your island choices so far so that you can properly name your island. What's T's island all about?
Yeah, you got to get a properly named island. T, your island consists of Pop-Tarts, Captain Morgan Rum, Hootie and the Blowfish, The Seinfeld Show, NFL Playoffs, but no Commanders regs, Penthouse, and Amy Smart. Ken, your island consists of Fritos, Redbreast Irish Whiskey, Snoop Dogg Doggy Style, Game of Thrones, Commanders regular season, one fresh copy of The Economist, and
every month.
Sydney Sweeney.
I'm gonna okay.
Myself, I'm dealing with nacho cheese Doritos, some Kettle One, Sublime 40 ounce to Freedom, The Dave Chappelle Show, Commanders regular season, Playboy magazine, and Selma Hayek.
I love it.
I have no idea. T-Isle.
There, that's fine. That's fair. T-Isle. If you go, it says it all.
Okay.
You're getting some Pop-Tarts and you write letters to Penthouse.
It's my island.
It's my island. What do you got, Kevin?
The Chappelle Show is trying to name this island all by itself, and I won't let it.
It's not a bad thing.
I will say, I had it.
Can I properly name it the Isle of Tea?
Well, when you register it in Delaware, yes, you can name it whatever you want.
That's what I'll do.
Make sure, whenever you name it, just do a little quick, send it through legal to make sure its anagram isn't some acronym isn't something offensive. Photo finish. Ken Harris. This is deciding Ken Harris's vote.
I know, and it's driving me nuts. I got to do something.
Not creative enough.
You know what? I'm just not pulling it, so I'm just going to chill out, back up off of it, and sit my cup down. Right, Ken?
Tanqueray and Chronic.
Effed up now.
Yeah. Gin and juice.
I got nothing. I just went full blank, so I'm going to go.
Let me see what you are. What's your
Tough.
food?
Never thought about naming an island.
Doritos. You got to name the island, but Sublime 40 ounces. 40 ounces of Kevin.
I'm going Five Finger Island. What did the five fingers say to the face? I had to do it. It won't leave my brain.
Okay.
That means that everyone's going to steal everything from my island, and it sounds gross, but I don't want anyone there that doesn't understand it.
So
the Fingerlands is what I'm calling it.
I like it.
No, you don't. You know you have a chance to win here. You know you have a chance to win here, and all you have to do is not screw up and overthink this.
I think I'm just going to have to go with, I'll tell you what. Do I get to go to the machine here?
Are you getting help?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not.
Are you kidding?
I would never do
I'm
that.
staring at a blank piece of paper, half in the bag, and I have anxiety. You deal with this like a grown island namer.
You're right. I need to name islands as if I've done it before. How about
the Fingerlands? What a terrible name, but I'm sticking with it.
It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none of those Fritos. That's the name of my island.
I think you just lost.
Uh-oh. I took the least amount of time. The least amount of time to name.
I don't know. T was a tad bit quicker.
That's the worst answer to anything we've done.
I don't think it's the worst answer.
I think you just lost on purpose, actually.
I mean, is there an anagram in there?
Threw it.
T, did he throw that?
Is there like a?
It's going to be impossible to put on the globe, like when you buy a globe at the store.
What does each first letter stand for?
Well, people are going to figure it out. I have no idea.
It was hard. Naming this shit's
Island.
impossible. I mean,
all right.
That's hard.
Boner was overused. I almost used.
Yeah, I couldn't. I can't go back to.
No, we can't say boner anymore, guys. We're turning into a one-trick pony.
It's a fun word.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Playboy Island sounded good, but
Hefner Island, Kentucky.
I didn't want to. Titty Island. I've got a wife to go home to.
Eventually.
I didn't know we were being, self-promoting. You know what? I should have known. He put the Isle of Tea is probably the best name that we had, and it was the most self-promoting. All right. Well, for goodness sake, Crow's Nest.
The Fingerlands. Would you like to come down to the Fingerlands for a nice weekend?
Sounds tantalizing.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't think you would.
Next, what are we talking about next week? Next week we have our questions from Greg will be a death row. You're on death row situation. So get ready for that. All right. I don't know what the questions are. I just know.
Dress like Suge Knight.
Dress like Suge Knight. 1 week away from the draft. Next week, it'll be a last show before the draft. We'll talk about. I think no one's decided yet. We'll briefly cover what's happening in the first round. I'm giving them a couple of seconds. I don't know if I got anyone's vote. Not by the name of the title.
You blew it.
But we will.
I blew it, and then you blew it.
Second and third round.
Vote.
So we have 4 picks in the second and
Greg
third
Martin.
round.
He says he can't watch Game of Thrones or listen to Hootie. So
all right, that's 1 vote.
2 wrongs made a right for me.
I so far have 0 votes. Oh, dude, you can't just. I don't want you on the island. You're gonna need his help
No.
to get you off death row next week.
You can go somewhere else.
Yeah, maybe Ken changes the name of his island.
More Hootie for me.
That wouldn't be fair, would it?
No, you can't.
Too late now, bro.
Too late.
You were doing so well. The Economist kind of got you riled up. You came back with Sydney Sweeney, and then you just blew it. Sorry. Mine is terrible, but you really helped me out.
Guess who's back? All right. Well, so far 1-0 wins it. While we announce the rest. So next week,
vote what island.
Second and third round. 2 picks in the second, 2 picks in the third. That's what we're going to focus on next week. 4 guys. We have got to get it right.
I love this. I think we need, and I'm not saying we need to do it for next week, but I think we need 1 gentleman on the board that also has to come and answer.
Like via,
I think it'll be
remote in
board participation.
Oh, EO came with a Ken vote. But I lost. But Ken Harris went to Ritos,
nice.
Chappelle, and Hikes.
Yeah,
That's
Ken.
2.
I got
Ken
vote.
goes
You
2.
cannot, honestly,
vote on my phone.
you can't go wrong with those 3.
Somebody voted on my phone.
No one voted on your phone.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Are you on the board?
Was it from
Unbelievable.
Penthouse Letters?
Dear Penthouse, I vote myself.
When I got to Ken's that night, I didn't know how the night would end.
Well, we can send out real-time links in. See, we have to get. Now, this is when we share all of our business. But when we had Kevin on the show a month and a half ago or so, and he sounded like Lou Gehrig, and it was, I am the luckiest man alive. That echo. That's what it comes across as. We're trying to get that fixed.
No, I just mean they type it in as we go.
I know, but I think it would be cool.
Yeah,
to have
of
someone
course,
just come on.
Of course.
Fix it, damn it.
And I think also,
I know that's why we have the Martha Stewart sponsorship.
We all answered all the questions and then made someone else name it. I hate naming. I don't want to name it after myself.
I love naming stuff. I didn't want to name it after myself, and all I could think of was Snoop Dogg songs.
It was so evident by your answer.
Not about myself.
Yeah, that's what took me
Isle
forever.
of Tea.
No, Isle of Tea.
I mean, for goodness sake,
it's a lot, dude.
Yeah,
all the tea you can handle.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
Come get you some more tea. Don't bring them Pop-Tarts though. Where are your Pop-Tarts at? Captain Morgan.
Pop-Tarts are
Winner.
breakfast, lunch, dinner,
I get
and
it.
snack.
No, I get it.
Amy Smart is going to be an interesting scenario.
So
I don't know if she's
see
going to
that-
be down with Penthouse.
Did you see that movie she did with Jason Statham? Actually, there was two. There was a sequel.
I mean, she was in Road Trip.
You want to talk about eager?
I'm good.
She was eager in Road Trip too.
I love it.
It's the eager part that got me.
All right, well, I mean, I thought it was a lot less creepy
Volt
than you're
1
making
and
it
Volt
sound.
2 is that the Jason Statham movie she was in? I highly recommend
know.
it. She
He's the
was
same
fantastic
character in
that.
all movies, but and I don't mind.
Badass.
I didn't see those.
I have not seen a single one of them. The Transformer, the Transporter. I think he is. He's the Hitman.
I know there's
He's
Volt fans
Volt.
on the board.
He's in everything. He was Handsome Rob though in the Italian Job, which is great. I don't know. That's like a guilty pleasure. All right, Kevin wins. We'll call it. No one else.
No one
voted.
even wanted to vote, really.
No one else came in with a vote.
But I appreciate.
You won 1-0.
No,
2
you
to
won 2
1.
to 1.
2 to
I'm
1.
on the board. Your Isle of Tea is on some lists, some watch lists. A lot
I
of
told you I got a vote.
Homeland Security scenarios.
Some people thought it was TEA. I understand. It sounded very British.
Well,
and,
then they don't know me, and I don't want them on my island.
Well, they're not coming.
and that's why they didn't vote.
They're getting their tea somewhere else.
Yeah.
All kinds of tea. All the teas.
I ain't getting this one.
They're not. There's one tea that they are not getting. Until next Tuesday night, another great tea, if we're being honest, that we're all getting on a weekly basis.
Is that
Vitamin T?
Is that Team Mom?
Yeah, she's impeding on your space. That's, you know what?
Are you sniffing her feet?
I'm gonna.
What is
That's
What is happening?
you figured out how to make me get her off the screen. Bye.
I didn't even start yet.
That was
There was
kinda-
some sniffing going on.
that wasn't
that was
sniffing.
more Penthouse than it was Playboy right there.
See?
I love how you're getting a hard time for playing the Salma Hayek card multiple times, and I've been Sydney Sweeney every single time.
No, but I just can't
I just mix it up.
I'm stealing her. It's up to us. It's up to us to take her away from him. We didn't do it.
You can rip her from my cold dead
Yeah.
corpse.
It's about to be a fight. I mean,
She, for so long, she has withstood the test of time.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer with anyone else.
no, you're not ever wrong.
I have loyalty to these people that we stalk from afar.
Sidney
you know?
Crawford still.
By the way, we're 100% right now in
Very
terms
pretty
of
lady.
people watching and thumbs up given. That's amazing.
What happened?
That's like,
you get a lot of thumbs up.
I mean, I'm just saying it's an equal ratio. Don't see that too often. 1946.
The math is established.
I like it. They still got a school there?
Yep.
DeMatha Catholic.
What year was McNamara established?
1964.
Nice.
St. John's.
18 something.
1851.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I
He
win
wins.
again.
See,
I
he
win
wins.
again.
We bring facts to the show.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I love that. all
Ken
three of
Harris,
us
am I
know.
right? It's 1964, right? Please tell me I'm right.
Oh, you better be right because 1851 is on point. 1946 is on the hat.
Ken Harris. There's someone who can actually fact check me, and who knows it. He probably knew it before. I hope I got it right. I think I did. I think it's 1964. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken.
Ken,
What's he saying?
don't let the 3 tabs with Selma Hayek's picture opened up on your cell phone get in the way of you fact
No,
checking
he's looking it up. He's looking
Because
it up.
guess what? Ken Harris just admitted
Yeah.
Doritos, Dave Chappelle, and Hayek pushed him over the edge.
Number one. Oh, 1960. I got it right. Okay.
All right.
Oh, well, that's just, I should.
I knew you had it right.
All right.
It would have been funny if you did.
Can't celebrate that. I should. That's a base level. You should just know that. Thankfully, I did. 7 days. Bring you another Tuesday night. It's our Constitution. It's in the Constitution. We get one every 7 days.
The Constitution of the Frito eaters of Borneo, New Guinea, who wear creamsicle bikini trousers.
Dreamsicle. I thought we were going Dreamsicle tonight.
Sorry. Whatever it is. I looked over and I was doing what I did.
All right. So that creamsicle made me think orange and made me think Tampa Bay and made me think. Did you guys see Antonio Gibson's wearing number 12 in New England? His locker says 12. Patriots. Antonio Gibson.
That's terrible for him.
Is that happening?
Why? How? Why would you do that, Antonio?
Why isn't his jersey?
It has to be a prank. It had to be an April Fool's
There's
thing.
no way. There's no way.
I saw a picture of a
Why isn't
locker.
his jersey retired?
Well,
There's no way it can be.
put it this way. No one should wear it. whether or not they've done the ceremony or sent out the email or like
It's got to be an April Fool's joke.
It has to be. There's no possible chance any human football player would take that upon his shoulders in a brand new city.
Not our guy.
Are you kidding me?
It's a great gag. It's a great gag. I wish I would have thought of it when we were sending people to the Redskins ticket office for PlayStation Madden tournaments at FedEx Field. We haven't done an April Fool's joke from First Amendment Sports in a long time.
Okay.
You know what? Are you an April Fool's joke guy?
I am, but like it was more funny in the 80s.
Painted my dad's toenails when I was a kid and he was sleeping.
All right. Well, I mean, on April Fool's Day?
Yes.
All right. You're a weird guy, Ace.
No, I mean,
That's not a sentence I ever thought I would hear.
Yeah. 1 minute too long every time. And next thing you know, he's painting dude's fingernails, toenails.
I deserve it. I've been here for a couple weeks.
We'll see you guys in 7 days. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Later, y'all.
We are still live.
You didn't pull pranks like that on your dad when you were young? He was sleeping with his feet off the edge. He left it on for weeks.
He was saying
The fact it didn't bug him,
he was
bugged the shit
asking
out of
for
him.
it.
I didn't think they'd do it to my dad, but
Yeah, I don't know.
not for any other reason.
You had a lot. You were the
besides,
youngest though of all of your siblings.
I think it was 8th grade.
We were the oldest. We were pointing pranks in the other direction. We were
Muff,
prank.
Muff Island always gets run late Muff
Muff
Island. Why doesn't anyone just do it and win and catch a W?
No.
I don't know. I self-sabotaged.
And you did.
I did.
So did I.
Yeah.
But you won.
No, Kevin won.
I won 2-1. He got EO. I got Ken.
I could have got
Greg.
Ken with a better name.
God, the name part's hard, man.
Yeah.
The name part's hard. The name part's hard. It's hard to name some shit. You just go about and you say T Island or T Bridge. Or,
You don't want that island with your name on it though. Like if something goes down on that island, you want it to be named the Fingerlands Island. You know what I mean? You don't want it to name the Island of T. If anyone else does, I mean, if something happens,
I don't know if you want it to be the Fingerlands.
just not Kevin Island, not Island. I mean, think about what would go down with that name. You're like, you know what?
No.
Fine, just be the Fingerlands. You know what? I'm out. I'm out.
Let's just all go to Muff Island and see what happens.